All right, guys, it's Friday, January 2nd, and today we are talking food and nutrition. All right, so pull out your fitness workbook that you should have printed off yesterday and go to page 11. The first thing we are going to do is walk through your kitchen and take inventory. All right, page 11 is your pantry inventory. Look through your pantry, see everything that you've got, write it down, figure out what's in your kitchen. And along with that, if you have junk in your pantry, it's time to trash it. I know that it seems wasteful. A part of you is going to say, but you're wasting money, we should just keep it. It will not help you reach your goals if you have Oreos in your pantry. Trust me. Any of that extra Christmas candy, chuck it, okay? Give it to a neighbor, give it to a friend, do whatever, but get it out of your house. Because like I said, it will not help you reach your goals. And I am all about helping you get fit and get healthy. So take an inventory, get rid of the junk. Page 12, we are going to do the same thing with our fridge and freezer. We're going to take inventory. And again, if there is junk in your fridge or freezer, any ice cream, chuck it. Get rid of it, okay? I want you guys to really feel good about this, and I want you to really accomplish something, which means we're getting rid of all of the junk. All right, now into the meat of this little part of our prep week. On page 13, you will see a weekly meal planner, week 1. Now, I have a weekly meal planner in here for every single week of this challenge. I think I have 8 weeks in here. So you will notice there is a little box for workout. Check it off when you work it out. I'm totally a box checker. It's kind of crazy. But I feel so accomplished when I can check off that little box. And then there's a space for breakfast snack, lunch snack, dinner, and an optional snack in the evening. Now, you are going to be eating more. And by more, I mean more often. Not necessarily more food, but more often. If you're eating every 2.5 to 3 hours, then you will be able to stay full throughout the day and keep your metabolism up and keep those calories burned. If you are eating only breakfast, only lunch, and only dinner, you're going to be starving by the time those meals come around, and you will probably overeat or eat food that is quick and easy and not necessarily healthy. So we are going to be planning out meals and snacks throughout the day, or throughout the day. Now, one of my main sayings, I guess, is I have it written on here: failing to plan is planning to fail. And I do not want to let any of you fail. So we need to plan out every week what you're going to eat for every single meal for the next week, okay? Every Friday will be meal planning day. And that should hopefully give you Saturday to go out and get your food for the next week. And then you will be prepared with what exactly you're going to eat. Now when I fill these out, I fill them out and I stick them up on my fridge so I can see exactly what I'm eating each day. Along with your meal planner or weekly planner, I also have a shopping list for each and every week. I have it categorized: fruit, refrigeration, condiments, vegetable, freezer. In the grocery store, most of the food is kind of separated in that way, so it should make it easy for you to get in and get out as quick as possible. The longer you're in the grocery store, the greater chance you have of falling into temptation to grab something you probably shouldn't, or something that is not on your list. So stick with that. Now, what I want you guys to do today is pull out the nutrition guide that came with your program. All of you have a different nutrition guide. I want you to look through them and really get familiar with them. Now, I will be completely honest. When I first did Insanity, it was about 1.5 years ago, the nutrition guide was a little bit difficult for me to incorporate into my family life. I don't even remember exactly why. I just felt like it was something that I couldn't quite feed my family and myself at the same time. So it didn't really work for me. I've since looked through other nutrition guides, like the PiYo nutrition guide. It's awesome. Okay, it's really fantastic. The 21-day fix, actually I'm going to do a completely separate 21-day fix group, so no one in here should be doing the 21-day fix, but that's like the best nutrition guide in Beachbody, in my opinion. It's focused more on nutrition than it is on the fitness. But my point is, some of you may find that your nutrition guide is a little bit difficult to use. with your family. And it's not that they don't work, because they do work. But if you are finding that you can't quite figure out how to make it work, I want you to look at the 10 Eat Clean principles that I will have in the files page of this group. This is what I used when I needed to lose the weight, when I couldn't quite make the Insanity nutrition guide work for me. So I want to go through it really quick with you. It's very simple, very straightforward. Even if you are using a different nutrition guide, chances are a lot of the things on this list are going to be used in your nutrition guide as well. And even if they're not, I mean, use these. They're fantastic. So the number one, we've already talked about, eat more. Eat 6 small meals a day, spaced 2.5 to 3 hours. Simple. Number 2 is eat breakfast every day within an hour. This is something that I struggle with when I'm getting the kids ready for school, because I get up, I work out, and then I get straight into mom mode of getting them out the door. So that's something that I have to consciously make an effort to make myself a bowl of cottage cheese and fruit and eat it while I'm making lunches and while I'm getting them ready. Number 3, make your last meal 3 hours before bed. How many of us are guilty of putting kids to bed, or coming home from work and then just vegging and eating and then going straight to bed? I've done it. I know a lot of people do it, right? Ice cream in front of the TV. That was kind of my nightly ritual back before Beachbody. But if you give yourself those 3 hours, eat, and then 3 hours later go to bed, your body will be able to metabolize and use everything you've eaten, and you'll be able to go to bed without all of this food just kind of sitting in your gut. So, number 4, eat a combination of lean protein and complex carbohydrates at each meal. We can talk a little bit more about what this exactly is. Lean proteins would include things like meat, obviously, turkey. It can also be cheese, like a string cheese. It can be, what are some other lean proteins I like? Peanut butter, nuts, cashews. Be careful of your portion size with those, because those are also healthy fats. But those are a few examples of lean proteins. Now, complex carbohydrates, I think that carbs sometimes get a bad rap because we think of just fatty food, carbohydrates. That's not the case. Okay, complex carbohydrates are things like your brown rice, quinoa, your whole wheat breads. They're also fruits and vegetables. Those are all complex carbohydrates, and they are very good for you. So don't count them out. You need them at each and every single meal. And throughout this challenge, I will definitely give you ideas of what I eat for snacks, and what I eat for meals, and what some of my favorites are. So we can definitely work together to come up with some really great meals and snacks that include both lean protein and complex carbs. Okay, number 5, eat sufficient healthy fats every day. Again, healthy fats could be like your nuts, your cashews, your peanuts, unsalted, okay, and non-like caramelized, things like that. That's obviously going to defeat the purpose. Also, avocados. Those are one of my favorite healthy fats. We will talk, like I said, I'll give you more examples and more ideas of what some of your healthy fats are, but those are some good examples. Number 6, drink 2 to 3 liters of water each day. Now, I am going to switch this up a little bit. This is something that I've learned from the 21-day fix that I prefer, is to drink half your weight in ounces in water every day. So if you weigh 140 pounds, you will want to drink 70 ounces of water each day. The 2 to 3 liters, I just feel like we're all different sizes, and we all need different amounts of water. So the half your weight in ounces is a really good measurement of how much water you should be drinking each day. Carry a cooler packed with clean foods each day. Now, a lot of us are on the go, okay, whether we're heading out the door every morning to work, or we are getting kids to and from school and dance practices and things like that. It's easy to make unwise choices if we're not prepared. And one way to be prepared is to have a little cooler with your healthy snacks in it. And I'll talk more about how I prepare for that as well, and what I do to make it quick and easy, because sometimes it's like we've got 2 minutes to get out the door, I need to grab something and go. So we'll talk we'll talk more about that. Number 8, depend on fresh fruits and vegetables for fiber, vitamins, nutrients, and enzymes. I think that's pretty straightforward. Taking a vitamin pill and then eating whatever you want throughout the day is not going to give your body what it needs, and it's not going to help you to function properly. So you need to depend on fresh fruits and vegetables for all of those wonderful things that your body craves. Number 9, adhere to proper portion sizes. Again, this is something that we can talk about throughout the challenge. But proper portion sizes, and maybe I'll even put up a video that I've done about this, but proper portion sizes are going to be, for example, a protein is going to be about the size of your palm. So like my husband will have a much larger piece of chicken or grilled chicken or whatever than I will. And I believe that our complex carbohydrates are going to be like 1 cupful, 1-handed cupful. So like brown rice, but I can fit in one hand, that's going to be basically my complex carbs. Now some of you, your nutrition guides are going to explain it perfectly, like the PiYo nutrition guide. It tells you exactly like the cup amount that you should be having for each category of food. So like I said, check those out. Number 10. This one I think again is pretty straightforward, but it is eat only foods that have not been doused or overly processed, or doused in chemicals, saturated and trans fats, and or toxins. So basically any food that is overly processed we want to avoid, we want to kick out. I've heard someone say that if a food has a commercial for it, like Pringles or Doritos or Oreos, or if there is a commercial for this particular food, chances are it's not what you want to eat. Which I kind of thought was a really cool tip, and it definitely applies. I personally have never seen a commercial for fresh apples or for bananas, or you know what I mean. It's usually for the processed foods, so that's just something to keep in mind. So your job today is to make your menu for next week. Now when I menu plan, I take everything into consideration. I have my calendar by my side. I have my menu weekly planner in front of me. And I look at every single day and figure out exactly where I'm going to be when. Because there are going to be evenings where we are on the go. So one kind of dinner might not work. We may need to stick with a crock pot dinner for that day. So we can just come home and have it be ready for us. Other days we are more relaxed and at home and can, get the grill going and make some grilled chicken and some grilled vegetables and have a delicious dinner in that way. So snacks are another thing. I mean, there are days where we've got a play group for the girls in the morning and then pick up kids from school in the afternoon and just different things going on. And if those are at times where I should be eating a meal or a snack, then I need to make sure that I have something planned for that day that is easy and that can be an on-the-go type of snack. So your job today is to make your menu for next week. Take all things into consideration, take a picture of your menu, and post it in the comments below. If you have any questions or any concerns about meal planning, please ask in the group. Again, if you have that question, someone else might as well. And we will hopefully clear it all up and get you planned and prepared and ready for your very first week in this Beachbody Challenge. So, way to go, guys. I'm so excited about this new year and about this challenge group with you. So have fun meal planning, and I will see you tomorrow.